Good day, guys. Let's make some stuff happen. So, little update obviously on the side of yours. We are adding a little bit more products to the website. I just added a polo shirt essentially to the store. It's gonna be awesome. It looks cool. I can show you real quick, but it's very basic to be honest. Because it's the Kihon collection. That means that it's the basic collection. Let's see. Let me put it up for you guys. It doesn't really look good on the product pictures, to be honest. Look at this one. When you wear it. Yeah, I know. Mannequin is not that super cool. Ah, it looks clean. I also changed a bit of this, so you know, and we're able to go to the shipping policy, the refund policy. So with that information, I'm trying to add a few sections to the product page as well, just for the sake of, you know, making people buy more easily, making sure that, you know, people are well informed before ordering, obviously. And that's that, like, nothing more to say. I think I added something to the homepage. Yeah, I did add the collections to the homepage. So as we see here, got this page, then we got Discover IQ's exclusive collections. Gotta remove the thingy. But yeah, then you have all the collections basically. Then you have the narrative, you guys already saw this, and just one collection outlined. Very simple. You can fill your email over here. And just that. Nothing much. But yeah. I guess I also wanted to talk a bit about the importance of understanding why people, you know, want to talk with you, or essentially in a way, why do people say what they say? Why do people do what they do? Shit. Can we get a thumbnail? Had to post for the thumbnail. But yeah, so essentially what I realized after, because I invested 3.5k in a mentor back in October 24, and what I realized after the mentorship, because I mean, it's still going, the mentorship, I just haven't utilized it for the past year, simply because I lost too much money in dropshipping. A lot of people know the story, some don't. But essentially, the main thing that is, you know, going on in today's world, in today's modern world, is we see that everyone says something, and everyone is saying, okay. And I just had today, biceps are looking big. Today I had a meeting with an old friend of mine. I basically wanted to ask him a bit of questions in regards to religion, in regards to faith, in regards to Christianity. And I was basically saying that the reason why I wanted to do this is because of this clothing brand that expresses my inner thoughts, that expresses my beliefs about the world, essentially. Like, this is the representation. This clothing brand is basically, guys, it's a representation of who I am as a person and how I believe and how I perceive the world. That is something for you guys to keep in mind. But essentially, what we were mainly talking about is the fact that I wanted to look more into Christianity, simply because I want to have someone that's keeping me accountable. I want to be able to not blame myself for everything, but also be able to put the blame on God whilst taking responsibility of my own life. I'm trying to look more into it, don't know exactly how it works. But essentially, everyone is able to say anything. The one guy, he used to tell me, oh bro, you gotta work 4 hours a week, because otherwise, you know, mental health is gonna be suffering. Now you gotta work 12 hours a week. So many influences. Everyone has something to say. And first point, everyone is trying to influence you nowadays. Whatever they tell you, I'm even trying to influence you about, you know, pursuing my beliefs, because I believe this is the best beliefs. It's very simple, and I'm being very transparent about it. Don't even take anything from this video. I just wanted to open up your own vision about seeing why people do what they do, seeing why people say what they say, seeing why people believe what they do, believe what they believe, right? So when it comes down to beliefs, I see that a lot of people spread all these beliefs about, you know, how to work out, what type of training style is the best, what business is the best, all kinds of things essentially. But why do they say this? Well, first of all, it's because they're spreading their own beliefs. It's the same as if you were to put a Christian person who believes in Jesus against a person who believes in Allah. Like, it's the same thing. You're never going to get to a conclusion, because the only way to win an argument, and it's stated in the 48 laws of power, is to ignore an argument. It's to not participate in the argument in general. So if we were to put a person who believes in Jesus against someone who believes in Allah, there's no way that, they're going to be able to relate to each other, simply because of the beliefs and the systems that they've implanted into their minds, because of the religion that they actually face. So very interestingly, that is what we see happening a lot. A lot of people are blindly following what others are saying, simply because they don't believe something else. They are very open-minded, which is a good thing. It can also really harm you in terms of, not being able to be yourself anymore, not being able to believe what you truly believe and what you are willing to die for. Because what it is that you're willing to die for, you probably won't be able to answer the question, right? Because you don't know, because you've been influenced by people like Andrew Tate, Hamza Ahmed, Iman Gadzhi, maybe Tim Ferriss from the 4-Hour Workweek, a lot of individuals that you've been influenced by, and you just don't know your own beliefs, so you cannot even backtest if it works. Because you see all the successful people, everyone is successful, so who should you believe? Because it seems to work for everyone. Well, yeah, it's because they own their beliefs. They're not being influenced by others, their beliefs. They have their own beliefs, and now they're trying to force those beliefs into you, so you can eventually buy their course, buy their coaching. Recently, right? And not recently, a few minutes ago, a guy opened up a conversation with me on the platform School from Sam Ovens, after 4 months that we haven't talked. I'm gonna remove my phone over here because I hear my laptop blowing. But yeah, he basically reached out to me saying, "Hey man, how are you doing? It's been a little while." Okay, I said, "Doing fantastic. How about you?" "Let's go. I'm also doing amazing. How's business going for you?" Always booming, man. That's what I said. I love that energy. What are you into? Media and PR plus ecom. Nice. Do you have a Shopify store? Blah. He started the small talk phase. He wanted to know a bit about me, about how the business is going. And I am going to guarantee you guys that either today or tomorrow, he's going to see if we can hop on a call, and then he wants to pitch me something. Because when we go to his profile, do you know what it states? Helping entrepreneurs reach peak health to unlock elite performance. DM me for free souls. And that is the problem in today's world. Every single individual is trying to sell you something. Every single person out there says things because they have a very deep intention. They know exactly why they say what they say, but they don't want to say it transparently because that's going to lose them the deal. And that is what I'm trying to break. Because I want to be as transparent as possible. If you catch me selling something to you guys, besides obviously the clothing brand, but that is something completely different. If I'm going to be making a course on how to create a clothing brand, you guys need to send me back to this video. Because every single individual in today's world has something to sell to you. So who should we believe? And, why should we even believe someone? Why should we not just go by our own means? Well, that's something I talked about with the guy I was on a meeting with earlier about Christianity. We should not follow our own belief. We should follow the facts, and the facts lie in Christianity. The facts lie in higher powers like God. And for me, that's going to be Christianity, but for you, it can be the Islam, it can be Hinduism, it can be Buddhism, it can be any form of belief, religion, faith that you are following. So that's that. That's what I mainly wanted to say, and that's also something that I very much want to go against, but I'm genuinely finding it hard to create a marketing brand around this, creating the brand narrative around this. Because how am I going to install these beliefs? And that would go against the brand. Because at the end of the day, obviously, I want more people to think like me. So I'm able to influence them way better into, buying a piece of clothing, for instance, right? But at the end of the day, that does go against the narrative. That does go against the narrative. Okay, hey, listen, man. You are trying to make people uninfluential. You're trying to make people live their own life and not on the terms of others. So how are you actually going to be able to bring the marketing message if you don't want people to be influenced by it? Like, that's such a hard discussion that I'm having with my mind every single day. I'm genuinely just trying to think what could be the best marketing strategy for this, how I'm going to bring this to the customer so people are actually going to be following me on TikTok and Instagram. But that's a very difficult discussion. It's something that I'm genuinely just talking about you guys right now. Because how do we want to make sure that we don't influence people, but get the message out there of be not influenced? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a very different market and a very hard market I'm trying to aim for. That's why I like it, because it has some challenge. If it would be easy, everyone would do it. That's what everyone tells you, but it's true. Because at the end of the day, if it was so easy to start a clothing brand from scratch, to make money from it, everyone would do it. But the reason why no one is doing it is because it's fucking hard. No one knows the back testing that you have to do. No one knows the full research that you have to do in terms of marketing, in terms of how are we actually going to communicate this brand narrative effectively to the customers and handle the client acquisition. I believe that is something very hard. Thumbnail. I genuinely hope that YouTube picks up that thumbnail. It always fucks me off. Like, I don't want to put any effort into the thumbnails. You guys may have seen it. I just want it to pick the best version, the best, image from the clip, essentially. But it doesn't do that. It always fucks me up. It always used to do this and like some weird ass fucking shit. It's crazy. But that's that. Trying to think what else is there. I don't think there's much to say. The only thing I gotta do now is just put on my running shoes and get to work. Not on the business, but on myself. I want to be, oh wait, that's actually a good setup. Hold up. Let me try something. Oh my god. Yo, that's great. It's not super so. So what I did, I placed my water bottle in front of my screen so my phone could lean on the water bottle in the screen in order for it to not fall in the deep and in the sea, because otherwise it will break and the screen would be replaced by some needs. And trying to rap some shit out of there. I'm not good at rapping. Rapping would be such a cool thing to do, to be able to rhyme words and rhythms to each other. Yeah guys, what we're gonna do, typical IQ brand owner thing. Let me actually show you guys some tricks. I think I haven't done that on this vlog particularly. We're going to show that shit. Do you think I can place you guys over here? I think I can. Yeah, would be cool. Do you guys see the V-taper, by the way? Do you see that shit? Like, that's insane. Well, that's not working, but we can try. Oh shit. Look guys. Let me just stand very wide so you guys are actually able to see my hands. This is just the basic spin. It looks very clean on camera, not gonna lie, but it feels very off. I still have to learn how to very well, move the stick in the right direction. And like switch hands every single time. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing, guys. So, oh shit. So I'm gonna end the little session here. I hope you guys learned something at least. And we're gonna keep pushing. It's a long-term project. People that never believe me actually believe in me. Feels great. And it's all because I dropped my ego. Oh, now I wanna go into another battle with myself. So I had such a big ego when I was doing the dropshipping thing, where I basically lost a lot of people. a lot of good people. They didn't really like me for who I was. Come on, YouTube, just put me good ones. Actually off, doesn't it? But yeah, essentially, I lost some people. They didn't really like me for who I was, simply because I had such a big ego, because I was doing the dropping thing and I thought I was on top of the world. Something you guys will know as well is once you stop making moves, or that's actually something that the guy again told me on the call about, everything just relates to Christianity. That's very insane. Now you actually see everything that aligns. Personal legends, personal God. But yeah, my ego was too big. For that reason, God didn't reward me for it, and people didn't either. Yeah, it's time for me to plug some music in and get to work. All right, adios, guys.